It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 26. It's the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous, and it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Buffalo. Davis now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
That's complete. Some more on the right side. Second down and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Allen. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one caught by Khalil Shakir.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
2nd and a yard. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
They'll try and run here. 'em, 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 'em,
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. He'll wind up getting close to 10 yards on 4th and 1.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So now they'll throw it with Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And the Bills are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive.
And he will take it in himself. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Austin Eckler now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Washington.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Robinson. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. And in motion is Brown. On the toss, it's Robinson. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He'll go. Here's Daniels. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. They'll come up here 1st and 10. To the air again is Daniels. Quick throw taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Robinson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Eckler. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. Off the play fake. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. Third and goal. It's Daniels. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. 17 yards on that play. First down, Buffalo.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. They face 2nd down and 7. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Allen on 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
Good blocking, and he's in. Ray Davis, touchdown Buffalo. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, They cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
I just love the creativity and what it allows when you have the skill set of a running back like this, that he can line up all over the field. In this last play, Mike, you see him line up in the slot, but he's really capable of running routes from all the different receiver positions, and for a running back to be able to do that, that is a huge weapon. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Daniels going to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing again. Daniels. Now he'll run it. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Now it is 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders are back within 4. It is 14-10. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Pass brought in by Samuel. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
First and 10 now from the 36. Play action. Here's Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Commanders move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He's going to keep it himself. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards.
Yeah, this is one of those cases, Mike, that the defense is so consumed with locking down all the receivers that they lose track of the quarterback, and after realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball, he tucks the ball down and not only picks up the 1st down, he picks up a huge chunk play.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Slot man in motion right. On 1st down, it's Allen. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Commanders. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. Yeah! Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on fourth down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Second and a yard. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Another run here for Robinson. And he will score. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Allen will throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Commanders offense ready to get back at it. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities.
And he's got another one. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are able to extend the lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So, Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally, the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The quarterback just has no chance to escape when the offensive line gets beat that fast. When the defensive line can get in the backfield before the quarterback even hits his back foot of his drop, he's got no choice but to just eat the sack and live to play another play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Again, it's Allen to the air. A pass caught right side by Coleman. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
The offense staying out. Try and throw for it with Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the 1st down, and they're still alive.
To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try. Throwing now from the gun. He tries to make a break for the goal line, but they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Well, down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They're running here with Robinson. And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On the give, it's Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run with Robinson. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to run with Robinson. Powering forward. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Gay to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. They face second down and 7. Here's Allen to throw. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Throwing now, Allen here on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little...
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd and goal. Allen. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.